Hey everybody, we are teaching Vermillion, and this particular episode is all about the studio space itself, the whole room that we have here to play with. Now, in Vermillion, it replicates a nice old Gothic Victorian room complete with easel, palette, and brushes. Now, there's also an interface allowing you to bring in videos and images, so if you're trying to follow along with somebody, you can actually bring that as its own video into the interface itself. Now, there are some basic controls to customize the environment to show how you're going to work. Now, the space here, I'm lucky enough to have a room space for my VR, so I can actually walk around the studio as if it was a real studio. Some people are limited to a standing location. Some people are also limited to a seating position, whether it's because of a small space or perhaps they don't have full use of their legs, they can't walk around their area. So you can move around the studio within the environment. I'm going to have to switch to the headset view so you can see the floor, but if you point at the floor with your controller hand and pull the trigger, it will put a ring, a circle on the floor, and it will teleport you to that spot. So we'll look at not only how it teleports you, but that little circle has a little triangle, so it can rotate your facing as well. So if we point at the floor and rotate your thumb trigger, your thumb joystick, or trackpad left and right, while you're holding the trigger down, that will rotate the circle. When you release the trigger, it will teleport you there and in that facing. So I could rotate around the other way, and you can see the back of the room, the back of my easel. Or I can rotate back around the front way, and now you can see the easel behind me. And depending on where you put your circle, it's going to position you within the studio. So you can make sure you are in a place that's both comfortable and easy to reach everything. And then if you need to move, we have that as an option. Now the control items themselves can also be moved around. They have brass loop handles that if you move your controller over it and grip, they should highlight in yellow when you're in the right position. While you're gripping it, you can move them up and down, slide them around, rotate them a little bit. You can't put them anywhere in the room. They're still going to be in the front corners. But you can make them up and down, rotate the angle, slide things up and down. So all of these controls are flexible so that you can position your artwork and your palette and your brushes in a place that's easy and convenient for you to reach. You might not see it on your screen, but the handle for your video controller also has that same handle. And we'll switch to the video controller in our view screen when we cover that in an episode. So I'm going to position these into a place where you can see what I'm doing and I can reach them easily using the brass controllers. So positioning yourself in space, positioning your tools around you. If you listen carefully during the episode, you also might hear in the background bird song or thunder and rain. Cue the thunder. The environment itself does have sound settings. It's got these lovely ambient sounds to help let your mind relax while you're painting. If on your system you start up a music player, you will hear that music here as well, so you could have your own music while you're creating your own art, whatever you're more comfortable with. The ambient sounds do have their own volume control, so you could mute them completely if you don't want to hear them at all. Those are the main controls you have over your studio environment. We'll have extra separate episodes for the brushes and the palette and the easel itself, but for now, that's your main studio environment and how you control them with Vermillion. Once you've got things set up the way you like, you can feel free to paint to your heart's content and reset and move things around at will. It will remember where you left things, so the next time you come back to paint, all your brush controls and things will still be where you left them. Hopefully this explains the environment you're painting in, this customizable studio you have. We'll talk about the components in another episode. Let us know in the comments below if you have questions or suggestions for other episodes. You can also let us know, give us links to your own artwork so we can see what oil paintings you've created in Vermillion. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I hope this helps. Have fun with Vermillion.